everyone. Yes, jumped in. I had a client cancellation this morning, so I just thought it's actually a no-show. She forgot. It's unusual. That doesn't normally happen. So I thought I would just jump in and do some reads today while I'm here, while I'm sitting around. It's always stuff to be done, but I thought this might be more fun for sure to do this. Anyway, I'm not sure who's going to show up. We'll see who pops online. We'll see who arrives. I'll just keep shuffling for a little while before some people jump on. Yeah, it is a bit, I say this every time, but this time of day is a bit of an odd time of day. The likelihood of anybody jumping on is or it's usually a smaller group. Hello, whoever's jumped on, please pop your name in and say hello so I can greet you properly. Oh, someone else. Hello, nice to see you, whoever you are. Pop your name in so I can greet you. Yeah, we've got this full moon, hey? Full moon in Gemini. I was just having a look on my program, actually my computer program, to see what's going down. What is going down, moon-wise? So the moon will be in the fourth house, and with Gemini hanging in Gemini, and also with Mars hanging out in that fourth house too. Which, hello Louise, good to see you. Oh, is it a sucky week? Yeah, it's that moon now, which will lead me to this. So I was having a quick look, and with Mars in Gemini and the moon in Gemini in that fourth house. The fourth house is the house of the personal unconscious, or the house of ancestral karma. It is your subconscious. It is the house, the home, family environment. And with Mars in there in Gemini and the moon, it might be a bit volatile. You might, expect that repressed material might be, you might feel more sensitive over this full moon period, maybe a little bit like easily triggered. Oh, you got COVID. That's terrible, Louise. I'm sorry about that. Easily triggered, maybe feeling just irritated by family members. People in the house might be irritating you. With the moon in Gemini, it just makes you very, very sensitive and a bit moody. Whoops, cards are flying. Moody. And with Mars there, it just makes it a little bit more volatile. But there is this aspect I was having a look, from the moon. It's opposite the sun. It's not a major opposition from what I can see on my chart, but it might mean that, for those of us that are trying to do business or get our legacy out there or get our work out there, there might be some struggle between, managing home life and family life, and the drama at home, with personal or maybe not personal relationships, but home stuff, family stuff. Trying to juggle that around work might be a bit difficult, might be a bit of a struggle, and potentially tension there, trying to juggle it all around. So yes, that was interesting having a look at that. I felt proud of myself, I have to say. I'm going to say it. I felt very proud of myself having a look at the chart and doing my own interpretation. Having a look, I've learnt quite a bit about astrology now, so I can just sort of go in and look at what's going on. There is what they call this very irritable. It's like a triangle shape. It's like an irritation from the sun, Uranus, and Mars, and the moon. And it's just be prepared to feel somewhat irritated over the next. Over this week, the lead up to the moon. I have felt a bit anxious, to be honest, felt a bit, not wanting to deal with things, not wanting to have conversations, not wanting to deal with issues or conflicts and that sort of stuff, but it's there. So anyway, that's a little heads up for this moon, for this full moon. It's a sensitive one. It's definitely a sensitive one. But anything that you might be, it's a good time to release anything that you might be holding on to, or any sort of irritations. Don't swallow it down. This is a good time to release it. Hey, maybe this is the time to write the letter under this full moon, the one that says you suck, and say all the things. The letter that you don't send. you burn it. This might be the one. Hi, Fleur. Good to see you. So, okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of an energy report for this week. And then I'll jump back on tonight because I'm on Spirit Events direct through tonight. But I had a client that didn't show up. So that was a bit disappointing. That doesn't happen very often, hardly ever. Usually what happens when it has happened, clients have either slept in or they've got their appointment time wrong. But it's very, very unusual. It's probably a bit of payback for yesterday because I had a client booked in at 9:30 and I read the wrong date on the calendar and thought it was next week. And I went out for a walk. I was in the middle of Herdsman Lake. I'm just spreading my cards out. Middle of Herdsman Lake, and I get the phone call. And, I get the message on my phone saying you've got a client at 9:30. I'm like, what? Oh, my God. And then, having to run back, I was so far in the center of Herdsman, it was never going to happen. I had to run back. So I thought when that happened this morning, I thought, oh, yeah, that's called karma. That's called karma. Anyway, okay, so a little heads up. So those of you who've been working with me over this year, January is a really tricky time for me, sort of end of December, January, for doing in-house sessions. So I've only got I think 2 in-house sessions left. Everything moves online. And also any readings that I do, my time is limited. So I've currently booked space for 3 till 7 p.m. Perth time to do readings during the school holidays. And that's, Monday, Tuesday and Fridays. That's it. Monday, Tuesday and Fridays. I'll have space to do your New Year reads. So I highly recommend everyone, I highly recommend you do your solar return chart. If you haven't done a solar return chart before, I just so encourage you to do it. They're so accurate. It is predictive tarot. It is good to have your natal chart done first. If you can afford a package, grab a package. But if you can't, you just want to read, I can definitely do your solar return chart. And it just gives us a snapshot or the theme for the year. It reveals how your natal chart is evolving each year, how you're evolving, how your petals of your beautiful natal chart, your blossom is unfurling. And it gives me direct insight, information about what is likely to occur, what themes, what patterns, it's very accurate, very, very accurate. It's more than just themes. We can predict some pretty accurate on the tangible things based on your natal chart and the sun returning back to that same spot each year. So highly recommend doing those. You can do a package of that too. You can do a solar return and a tarot if you wanted, or just a tarot, whatever you like. The link is up there. Would love to do that for you. Okay, so I'm going to do the energy report. I have jumped on early to do it, but I'm keen. Who's keen? I'm keen for the energy report, and we're going to do another one tonight. So that'll be interesting, hey, to see what will unfold. Yeah, it's so great. I was just looking at, let me just pick these cards first. Hold on. Yeah, I was just looking at someone's solar return that I did that I've already done, and we were just recapping. I was just chatting to her because I had some space this morning, and recapping, looking at what happened over the year, what her solar return was telling us, and then compared that with what had happened over the year, and it was just eerily accurate, so tangible, so accurate, even to the point of legalities and court stuff, and like amazing. So yeah, highly recommend solar return. I've done mine for 2023. Of course I have. Of course I've looked at mine. I'm excited about mine. I've got a good year ahead of me, thank God, because I'm bloody Jewish. That's for sure. All right, let me do this read. So your spirit team, my spirit team, your higher self, my higher self, all working in sacred collaboration together. And I've put my hand up to do this read for you. If you haven't met me before, my name is Marina Lovas. I'm your soul purpose mentor, and I support intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose, creating programs and services that sell out in the sacred arts. tarot and channeling. Those are my favorites, my gifts to the world. And I teach you how to develop those skills so that you can monetize if you'd like to, or just for play. It's up to you. Okay, let's do this now. So let's look at the first card. Oh, let's see. Oh, great card. So, okay, I already know. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, oh, yeah, I get this straight away. So we're being called. Spirit is calling us to start thinking about or imagining. Let's move away from thinking. Imagining what will happen in 2023 or what you want to create in 2023, the kind of life, the kind of work, the kind of relationship. What is your vision for 2023? This is a great card. This is Zeus, and Zeus is in the sign. This card, or Zeus rules Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. He rules our beliefs, our spiritual beliefs. It's the card, he rules travel as well. Traditionally, Jupiter rules the 9th house in astrology, and it is the house of philosophy, travel, higher learning. And my feeling is with this card, we're being called to expand our vision, to think bigger than what we already have or what we have before. Not just this week, I'm talking about over the next year. That was my instincts. As soon as I saw this card, I was like, oh, this is more than just this week's read. This is a start, maybe under this full moon, start imagining, start visualizing, start journaling about what is possible for you. I encourage you to maybe start with a journal prompt like, in my most vital version of me, or when I step into my true power, I am, and then start writing. In my most vital version of me, I am. When I'm in my most confident, highest self, I am, and start writing from that perspective and feel into your posture, feel into it, not just imagine it, feel it through your body, embody it. So this is a great card. This is a card that also foretells of new adventures, new beginnings. Yes, it can be travel for sure, but it might be the start of some traveling in. I start again. It might be the start of a new degree or a new project or a new course, and it could be a diploma course, a new passion to purpose. This is a brand new chapter, a new adventure, and it's a very exciting. Last time I said I've got a great feel about 2020. What happened? I was looking back at some old videos actually, and I was looking at 2020, like just right before 2020, and having a look if I'd somewhere picked up. I didn't. I was seeing, well, actually, I had a great year, 2020, despite what had happened. Financially, it was a great year. But anyway, nonetheless. So, yeah, start dreaming big, start thinking beyond, push the boundaries a bit, push beyond what you think is possible. So, an example would be, I love tarot so much. So maybe it's more than just running another 9-month course. It's creating the tarot school. For me, I'm working on a tarot therapy book, and I'm really excited about that. Can't wait to share that. I don't know how long it's going to take me. It'll bloody take me ages. Who knows? But hopefully by next year I'll have it done and dusted. Okay, next card. Oh, another fire card. So let's talk about the fire element, shall we? So the fire element is about destiny. It's about passion to purpose. It's about creativity. It is definitely about being on the edge of discovery. It's not ruled by logic. It rules the imagination, and it is our divine inspiration. It's where we feel most divinely inspired in our life. And this is a little messenger. This is a messenger that is, I can't remember his name. I was going to say, so I'm going to go remember it. Nell might remember his name. Phrixus. His name is Phrixus. It just came to me. This is Phrixus, and he's delivering the golden fleece, taking it to Colchis, where it'll be hidden in a cave with a dragon, and it will become the quest for all the great heroes in Greece, where they will all try and get this golden fleece and bring it back to their city and become rulers. And the person that ended up accomplishing that was Jason of the Argonauts. You've probably seen that on the TV when you were a kid, for sure. Anyway, this is a messenger saying that any hobbies or any interests that you have are worth monetizing, are worth exploring, are worth studying, are worth investing in. This is the creative energy that drives, like lights you up, that has you feeling lit and drives your passion to purpose. It's a great card for anybody who has been thinking about developing a business, or have a hobby that you want to take to the next level, that you potentially want to monetize. This is a massive yes to go ahead and do it. This is also anybody who's been thinking about doing some new study. This is your confirmation. We've got, yes, start a new chapter, think big, expand your vision, look beyond, shoot for the stars. And then we've got here the messenger saying all, the things that you love and that you're interested in, your hobbies, your interests are worth exploring. Go forward and explore that. So if you've been wanting to enroll in the course, this is your yes to go and do that. Don't be afraid to jump in. It's very exciting. The ones are very, very exciting. They're great cards. Okay, the next card. Oh, okay. Just to dampen things a little bit. Now we've got the beautiful Eight of Swords. So now the swords represent truth and liberation and change and transformation. They are probably the most transformational of the minor arcana in the Mythic Tarot. They are what I would call the karmic cards, and also the cards of family therapy as well. But anyway, this card represents being stuck in it, feeling trapped, but you're not actually trapped. It's this card of sort of feeling blocked, but you're not actually blocked. The person that's blocking you what's actually blocking you is your fear. You're blocking yourself. Sometimes this card will come up when we know that either way we're going to be dealing with some conflict. It's kind of, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So my message to you is just to go forward and do the thing. No pain, no gain. I was thinking about that today when I was going for my early morning walks. I started walking very early in the mornings and wanting to stretch things out, wanting to walk a bit further and do a bit more. And the voice just that kept on repeating itself over and over again in my head. If you want growth, if you want to clear your karma, if you want to see significant change, if you want change, then you've got to get out of your comfort zone. And not just getting out of your comfort zone in terms of divine inspiration. And, yes, that's part of it, but also facing the things, or facing the discomforts, or pushing through the discomforts. If change was that easy, we'd all be like, sorting our shit out that quick, wouldn't we? But we're being called with this card to push through that discomfort and know that it's karmically, it must be this way. You have to do the thing that you're scared of, or the thing that you've been avoiding, or the thing that is actually going to move the dial or change or move the needle. This is the thing that usually causes us some anxiety. Now, it could be the discomfort, like Sally's saying, I want to move, that's why I want to move. Well, the discomfort would be, some of that would be the packing and the looking for the new house and going on realestate.com and all those revolting sites, how hard it is looking for those things, it's so difficult. It is really hard. So this is about being prepared, you can't avoid the difficulties of change, and also transformation and growth. There is a growth zone, and that growth zone is a bit like, you're going to get DOMS, you're going to get muscle pain, you're going to get that pain when you wake up in the morning after you've done 20 squats and with some weights, and you wake up and you go, oh, my legs, and then you can't sit on the toilet seat and get back up again. It's like that. So the message with this card is that you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So you may as well go and do the thing, because either way you're going to face conflict. Either way there's going to be difficulties. You can choose to stay stuck and do what you've always done, but choosing that then means that you're also choosing what you don't want, and it's still going to be difficult nonetheless. Choose what you want. Yes, it's still going to be difficult. Yes, you will still have to face conflict, but actually the outcome will be what you want. You'll get what you want in the end, but you can't avoid the conflict either way. You can't avoid the discomfort either way. So some of that discomfort might be financial investment. It could be having those difficult conversations. It could be, having to face a family member so that you can, get on with your life. It could be, Christmas is a bit of a tricky time, isn't it? Coming up to Christmas, having to go to the family functions and hanging out with people you don't want to hang out with, all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, interesting reads. I'll be back tonight to do another weekly report. So we're going to get 2, everyone. We're going to get a 6-card read. Hey, a 6-card read. So make sure you keep this in mind. What came up? So the first card was vision, like the vision, thinking big, shooting for the stars, aiming big, stretching your imagination. Stop playing small. Supersize me is probably a good word for this card. Supersize me. The next card is about monetizing or growing or developing your hobbies and your interests, taking it to the next level. It might be studying it, might be monetizing it, it might be opening up to the potential of a new project or a new art piece. This card, the wands always represent creative projects or creative endeavors, things that aren't just necessarily something that we can monetize. They're more about our creative life and the kind of life that we want to lead, the kind of destiny that we're creating for ourselves. Whatever it is that you've developed, that you're really enjoying, that has you feeling lit, you're being nudged to move forward with that for 2023. And then, yes, we've got this card here, this one being stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's a bit of an anxiety-provoking card, but if you want what you want, you're going to have to face the conflict. You're going to have to face the discomfort, the challenge of the growth zone. Okay, so that's this week's energy report. I'll be back tonight to do another energy report. In the meantime, I'll do a couple of card reads for people before my next client. I've got a client due soon. What's the time? Yeah, I've still got some time to do some reads. So yeah, I'd love to do some reads. So I do not know how to read in Spanish, but I can see there's something to do with an X, and probably asking if there's going to be, I don't know, I actually don't know, something to do with a relationship for Salam something or other. So, you're welcome, Donna. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, Nell, let's read for you, hey? Let's read for Nell first. Hello, Nell. How's your walking going? Did you get your walk in today? Are you going to get your walk in? My calves are sore. I've got sore calves from walking. That's because I sit on my butt in front of this computer all the time. Yeah, most days. My calves are sore. Hello, Helene. It's your birthday today. Yes, I'll do an energy read for you too. How about that? So, all right, Nell, let's pick a couple of cards for you. See what comes up for Nell. Nell. Okay. Now, 2023 brings a brand new chapter for you. This is the card of self-realization. This is the card of being awake. This is the card of high consciousness. This is you being, in your masculine and in your feminine, finding that balance, and maybe your theme, hey, for next year is about finding balance for you and balance for your soul work, and obviously your family as well. But this is definitely a card of self-actualization, where you've had huge growth, huge realizations, and so much has awakened within you. This is about preparing, in preparation for your rebirth, in preparation for a brand new cycle for you over 2023. My feeling is it's a very, very exciting year for you, and I'm encouraging you to step up and start showing up more visibly around your work as well. I think it's very poignant in terms of you having just started doing your walks and stuff and getting out there and moving. I think it can only do good, right? And it gives you that space to reconnect with nature and to contemplate on what's ahead, or what you might like to envision, or what you might like to seed for next year. And yeah, the World card, we know with this card that it really is about learning and having evolved. You have evolved this year. You have gone through deep transformation and change. And I've witnessed that. I've seen that. Oh, it's so fabulous. Nell is a gifted reader, by the way, everyone. She's incredible. I had a reading with Nell on my birthday this year. And it was like spot on, dead on accurate, like spot on. So good, so good. And of course, Nell did my 9-month tarot course. So, I only really go to readers who have done my course. I don't trust anyone else. Just saying. Yeah, she's amazing. Anyway, okay, so the next card is the 6 of Pentacles for you, Nell. So this is about gifts being given, being open to receive. I dare you. You need to work on that. Work on being open to receive, allowing yourself to dream a bit bigger and to open to the abundance, to let yourself have it. And start showing up and doing those call to actions and being open to receiving. Now, I wonder if there's an opportunity. This is just dropping in now. I wonder if there is an opportunity for you to potentially do some work at the markets or do some reads at the markets just on a weekend or once a month or something like that. Set yourself up a beautiful little table with all of your consulting stuff, your feng shui and something like that. I just had this vision of you being in like a shop, but maybe not necessarily a shop, but in like a marketplace, perhaps something like that, where you're being, it's a great opportunity for you. And yeah, I'm encouraging you. I'm definitely encouraging you to go forward on that. So that's your little 2023 read, Nell, for next year. A little nudge, hey? Little nudge. Hi, Julie. Sure, I'd love to do a read for you. And then I was going to read for Helene first, and then I'll read for you, Julie. Absolutely. Don't go away. If you're feeling generous, everyone, a share would be amazing. Would love for you to share. That would be really kind. 17 people on now. Hello, everyone. Hi. If you don't know me, my name is Marina Lovas, and I am your soul purpose mentor. I support intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs. They've disappeared now. I've said my name. They've gone. I support intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose, creating programs and services that sell out. And I teach tarot and channeling. Not only read it, but I teach it. I have like a 9-month tarot therapy course that I teach, as well as an introduction to practitioner training course, which gives you all of the psychological understandings of the cards. I'll teach you how to read so that you can start monetizing your passion straight away, but with an ethical practice, with some real skills, with my, fortunately, I've got a wealth of knowledge around psych and counseling and psychotherapy and transpersonal therapy, which is years of practice. I bring that into all of my tarot trainings. Anyway, if you're not ready for the 9-month, jump in on my tarot practitioner training. So, okay, let's read for Helene. Hello. Helene's doing my practitioner training at the moment. She's been loving it. She's very, very psychic. Very psychic. It's been fun. It's been fun having you there. I've loved it. Loved it. Oh, Nell, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Nell said, wow, that's amazing. Thank you. You're such a beautiful soul. And I appreciate that, Nell. Thank you so much. Okay, Helene. Clearing the throat. That wasn't you. That's probably me. All right. Let's pick some cards for Helene, shall we? And of course, if you want to read a tarot read or a solar return chart or an astro chart, I've got limited spots. December's pretty much almost full. I'm working on Boxing Day, actually. I'm going to take appointments on Boxing Day. So if you'd love a New Year's read on Boxing Day, my link is above this live, or I can pop it in here. Here you go. No, that's Vimeo. You can't have that. Can't have that. Oh, shit. What am I doing? There it is. There's my link. And that'll give you a link to all the different styles of reading. I'm an astrologer and tarot therapist, tarot trainer. And there's a link to all my reads in there. Limited spots for January and December. December, I think I've pretty much only got Boxing Day. So yeah, anyway, okay, Helene, this is for you. Oh, Helene, okay, so this is not bad news, okay? These are very, so the first card I want to show you is the King of Swords. Now, you've done my tarot course, so try and suspend some judgment. Let me read for you, okay? Stay open, let me read for you. So the King of Swords represents, it's in the air element, and he represents Libra in astrology. And he is about you bringing balance, for sure, balance and bringing peace and wanting peace and not wanting to deal with conflict, not wanting to have to face some of the conflicts that's been surrounding you. This card tells me that you need to start thinking a bit more strategically about next year and potentially putting some plans in place. Maybe even like planning, like being like a chess player, sort of planning quite a few moves ahead. I think this is your little nudge, really, to start forging forward, start making plans and sort of getting the emotions out of the way and just using your intellect, being logical, planning, reasoning. And, it's going to require some diplomacy, I'm sure, and some discussions and all of that sort of thing. My feeling is that maybe your husband has his own ideas or his own plans, or maybe he's got another version of that. Maybe you both need to sit down and get clear on your shared plan, what you're planning together as you forge forward for next year. And my nudge to you is to start planning ahead. It's time to start planning ahead. Now, my next card for you is the Two of Pentacles. Now, the Two of Pentacles represents discovering a skill or discovering a niche or learning a new skill, but it requires practice. Now, my feeling is, it's not by chance that you signed up to do my tarot training, Helene. I don't think it's just a random thing that you decided to do, and then randomly we end up having only for the live sessions. I mean, there was a lot of people that signed up for the passive training, but for the live sessions, we ended up having people not showing up for them. And it was just that, it's just our small, tiny little group, which meant that we've been having some really intimate sessions, which have been amazing. I think it was ordained. It was meant for you. It was meant to happen this way for you. My feeling is that it is worth monetizing. It's worth playing with, and it's worth, and your gifts in the sacred arts are worth exploring. And it don't just stop there. Don't just stop with my course. And you're being called to continue to explore, to continue to invest on that path. Now, it may be that you want to do the 9 month or not. Maybe it's not, but maybe it's more into the mediumship, or maybe it's more into, developing your psychic skills, but you are being called to continue to develop, to continue to skill yourself, train up in this new field, because this is what's going to give you that sense of legacy in this lifetime, that sense of this is what I'm offering the world. This is the legacy I want to leave behind. This is how I want to leave behind my legacy, because I know that you love to help people. Just given the scenario that you've what you've been through, I know what you currently, what has happened, that things have to change. So it is like trying on a pair of new jeans. You're going to have to try things on to see what fits, to see what works for you, what works and what doesn't work for you. And some investments that you make in exploring these new skills will be like, oh, poo-poo that, don't like that. And others you'll be like, yes, I'm up for this, I want this one. So skill development next year is all about developing those skills so that you can build a presence and you can monetize it. I feel it. Okay, that's yours. All right, so I am going to read for Julie. Hello, Julie. It's lovely to see you. Long time no see, hey? I hope everything's going well for you. We'll pick some cards for you. Let's see what comes up. How are we going for time? Because I've got a client. Not yet, but soon. Yeah, I had a bit of it wasn't a cancellation, it was a no-show. That doesn't happen very often, but I was sitting here thinking, I was just like mucking around on my Ouija board, actually. Mucking around on that, and then I thought, oh, shit, I wonder what the time is. And then I realised what the time was. And Yeah, no shows. So that's not good. That never, like, it's rare. It's very rare when that happens. But yeah, the guy sort of freed me up. I was tempted to just lie down on the sofa and watch TV, but I don't know, I didn't want to do that. The temptation was there. I thought I could just go and lie down, but here I am. Here I am, hey? Here to play. I thought, no, let's just play. Let's just be playful. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so Julie, this is for you. Okay, let's see what messages Spirit has for Julie. There we go. Okay. Ooh, these are good cards. So, Julie, this is the card of business. This is the card of money. This is the card of opportunities. This is Zeus. This is supersize me. This is two Zeuses. I hope you were at the beginning of this reading, because the energy report, we had Zeus show up there. Now we've got Zeus showing up again for you. So this is a double dose of Zeus. So the message with this card is really about how can well, I'm suggesting to you that, how can you take things to the next level? Where do you need to expand? Where do you need to invest more? Or opportunities arising for you over 2023, work opportunities for business, opening, and a more global presence, or having more global contacts, or connecting in with more people globally in regards to colleagues, so that you have more connections. This tells me that your vision potentially has been maybe somewhat limited, or maybe you haven't been thinking big enough. You're being called to see the bigger picture, to open your mind to the bigger picture. Zeus, he's got the power in his hands. Hey, look at that. She's got the power in his hands. This is about, you have the power in your hands to change the circumstances around this. And I don't, I don't think that things are bad, but this is about taking, being open to forging forward with business next year for 2023. The theme is around establishing foundations and structures and forms and systems, and getting the things in place that will enable you to grow. So it might even be, organizing a business coach or someone that specializes in the area that you want to grow in your business to help you grow it. And it could be maybe someone that will help you with copy or advertising, or somebody who specializes in Facebook ads or something like that. I just did a Facebook ad the other day. It's pathetic. I should stop it, actually, because it's wasting money. I didn't set it up properly, sponsored an ad. I just thought I'd give it a go. $35. What's, spend that much on junk food, don't we? But it just goes to show why there are specialists in those fields, to get the right structures in place. Money becomes a theme for you next year, and I see growth, financial growth, not financial loss, financial growth. We've also got Temperance here, your guide, your spirit team, your beautiful female guide who is guiding you, that has been with you, this beautiful angelic being that is guiding you next year, or guiding you now, but will be more prominent, more obvious to you over the Christmas period and next year. This is about developing this connection more consciously, becoming more aware of those miraculous moments, the miracles that maybe some of us take for granted. This is also the card of feeling is healing. And it suggests to me that doing some more healing work, or getting involved in potentially doing more healing work for other people, and also doing your own personal healing around the heart consciousness, and connecting to that more deeply, waking up to that more deeply. So it's a beautiful card for you. It is definitely and it is about releasing emotional energy, or releasing some of the tension perhaps that you have around business, or that you have around making money, and to just trust that with the right systems in place, that things will be okay, and that you are being guided. If you have been thinking about investing in some kind of help, go do it, because it will benefit your business. It will benefit your business, and will help you release some of that tension that you have. I also feel with this card for you, Julie, that it's also about healing relationships, or healing a relationship. Maybe there's a family dilemma or something going on around a friendship, but it feels very close, and this is about finding some healing for yourself around this, and forgiveness. Not that you've done anything majorly wrong, but sometimes we just have to be a bit kinder to ourselves about these situations that we find ourselves in. So that's for you, Julie. Okay, if you'd love a reading, everyone, a full-blown reading for 2023, there you go. Here's the link. I've got limited spots, and that's not a joke. Because it's school holidays and I'm at home with my kid, I'm only going to be working online Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, I think. I don't think I'm working Wednesdays. Oh, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays. That's it, online. That's it. That's what, and it'll only be 3 p.m. Perth time to 7 p.m. Perth time. That's it. So I can probably fit in maybe two readings a day, no more than that. So if you've been wanting a reading with me and you want to explore 2023, jump in. I can do business coaching readings, relationship reads, soul purpose reads, along with doing your solar return chart, which is predictive tarot, predictive astrology, and that's so good. It's so awesome. I love doing them. You should see. Well, you can't see. I wish I could turn my bookcase around and see all my astrology books. I've been studying those solar returns. I love them. They're so accurate. So accurate. A good mix is if you can afford it, if you feel like it, and you can afford it, would be to book in for the Astro-tarot read. So it's still like significantly, the price is significantly cheaper than doing two separate reads. So the Astro-tarot is $297, but so that's what, $148 or something dollars per read. But if you combine it with a solar returns, we do predictive astrology for the year, and then with a tarot read to know your next step, they're amazing. They'll be the best. So we wouldn't do that in one session. There'd be two separate sessions. The Astro session will probably take about 90 minutes. You can look at your transits as well. See, maybe I've just been studying Venus returns. Look at your Venus return, which is all about love, relationship, enjoyment, all that sort of stuff. My Venus was returned November this year. I had my Venus return, and it will continue to impact until December 2023 in my 5th house of relationship, of lusty relationships, romance. Could progress to something more. You never know. I'm up for a hot year, everyone. Yeah, Julie, if you know your birth time, you need to know your birth time. I should disclaimer, you need to know your birth time. But the link is there. I'd love to do that for you, Julie. If you can afford the combined, do the combined, or do one or the other, solar return or tarot read. As for a one-off read, it's $180. So, you're so welcome, Julie. Okay, now, who am I going to read for now? Yes, Louise. Hello. Oh, hi, Jasmine. Good to see you. Yes, I can't wait for our read too. Oh, do you? Yes. Well, let's see how we go. I'm going to read. I've got a client. Oh, I'm probably not going to be able to fit you in, Jasmine. I'm so sorry. I wish I saw that. I'm going to read for Louise. If I'm quick, I'll pull a card for you, Jasmine. See how we go, because I've got a client very, very soon. Got to go. I've got a client at 12, so I sort of need to be like in the headspace, grounded and in the headspace for the next client, and not the people who are online. Yes. Anyway. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see how we go for Louise. Hi, Louise. Louise did my practitioner training and left a lovely review. That was a great group. It was a really intense group, and everybody worked so hard to do their reads as well. I loved having you there. It was wonderful having you in the group. That was the last one I ever ran live like that. Thinking about doing it live like that again next year. Planning it. Did you see, Louise, there's videos now in the practitioner training portal, in the membership portal now. I've got videos in there, which is the same training that you've done, but the videos are in there now too. So you don't even have to go back on the Facebook page if you want to go and have a look at the, if you want to go and what's the word I'm looking for? Restudy, redo the course. It's all in there. You can redo it. Yeah. I'm going to put some new videos in there next year. Heads up. So anybody that signs up to my courses, I should put it in there. Let me put it in there for you, everyone, before I do Louise's. Let me do it. So here it is. Where is it? Introduction to Tarot. There we go. And my new VA hasn't upgraded the price yet. It's supposed to go back to $597, but she's still learning. I've got a new VA, so it's still at the $397 price point, everyone. The self-paced studying, it's still at that price point. So grab it whilst it's there. I've got a new VA, so she's been helping me. But yes, you get the course for a lifetime. There's all videos in there, training materials, channeling materials, soul work, how to develop your business, all there, video content. And yeah, I'm teaching you how to do tarot. So it's there. If you want in, jump in. I'm adding some new videos next year to it. So you get all the upgrades to the course once you sign up. It's yours for life. It's a lifetime access with all the upgrades. All the upgrades. I want you to succeed. I want all my clients to succeed. What's the point, hey, of running a course and keeping information back from your clients? I want to have a good reputation. I want to make sure that people are learning. It'd be ridiculous if they didn't, wouldn't it? Okay, let's read for Louise. All right, what's there? Oh, Louise, let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay, Louise. Now, the first card that I picked for you was the Hierophant, and this card represents it's the wound that doesn't heal. We talked about this in the tarot course. You might remember, you might not, but Chiron is a portal. He is a portal to the deepest aspect of he's a portal to the pain. And on the other side of that, when we go deep inside the pain, if we go deep inside of it and surrender to it, we get to transcend it. So Chiron is the wound, the weeping wound that we all have to tend to every so often in our lifetime. It doesn't seem to go away. We just seem to get to know it a bit better or get to understand it a bit better. We don't get so triggered by it, but it's still there. It's the wound that doesn't heal. And so we've got to tend to it. So this is my instincts around this card for you, Louise, is this is about you getting some support and getting some maybe even therapeutic support, and making sure that you have the right supports in place to help you through your current challenge. My feeling is that you've also like connecting in with your purpose and feeling more inclined or feeling more drawn to fulfilling your purpose in the healing arts. I feel that you are a natural healer, that this is naturally what you're gifted at, that you're there. And healing comes in many forms. It doesn't have to be Reiki. It can be, or spiritual healing or tarot. It can be literally being a carer or being a support worker or a social worker or a psychologist or a nurse or a tarot therapist, or healers come in many forms. And I feel that you are fulfilling your purpose in this lifetime. You are there. You're soul contracted to do this kind of work, and how you choose to fulfill that is entirely up to you. Of course, we have free will. But you're being reminded with this card, Louise, that you do need supports in place, and definitely, seeking out some kind of, maybe having some Reiki healing sessions for yourself, or maybe if in your workplace, if they've got, the employee assistance program, organising something for yourself to take care of yourself, to tend to your own wound. We all have wounds. We're all walking wounded. All of us are walking wounded. All of us. So the other card that I've got for you, Louise, as well, is this tells me that there is somebody quite difficult in your life at the moment, and you are being encouraged to just be diplomatic and not be not be too, just you're going to have to be diplomatic around the situation that you find yourself in. And, this is about you wanting and needing to find balance, and of course not wanting to deal with conflict, which is fair enough. This card's in the sign of Libra. We know that he's essentially Libra is a peacekeeper and wants to find balance in relationships. And really that's what you're seeking. That tells me that you're wanting balance in your life as well, not just working all the time, that you need to have some balance back for you. You need to give back to you. You're going to have to plan this, like schedule it, start scheduling this for yourself, and make time for you. So it's not all about somebody else. It's got to be about you too. That's your message. Okay. All right. How are we going for time? Yeah, I've got to go. I'm going to head off, everyone. I'm so sorry. I've got a client at 12, so I've got to get my space ready and all that sort of stuff. Oh, I'm sending you all the love. Thanks, everyone, for showing up. I've got my tarot reads limited spots. The link is there if you'd like to join. You've also got my introduction to tarot training, which is passive training. You can start now. As soon as you sign in, you get the training now, and it's at that early bird, that Black Friday price still, because my new VA doesn't know how to change it yet. So I need to ask her to do that. She's just messaging me now, actually. So do it quickly, because I'll change it in the next 24 hours. Maybe I need to give people a heads up. Anyway, I'm sending you all the love, and have a beautiful week. And I'll be back tonight to do the energy report. Tonight, a double one for Spirit Events Directories. All the love, everyone. Bye.